Okay. Hi, we're the Soilsisters. I'm Mia.
And I'm Cam. And yeah, we are twins.
Yeah.
We're identical twins, actually. So we were going to talk a little bit today about why we're here. And that's because I've been gardening for 25 years. And Mia here, who is a very logical mind.
I'm an architect.
Yeah.
So I have tried to garden and I've looked at YouTube videos about it and I find it very scattered and very overwhelming. So me and my twin sister here decided to get together and do this with her knowledge and my orderly sequence logic is to do something much simpler for everybody.
Yeah, and even I get overwhelmed when I look at YouTube videos because I'm like on there and I'm looking at, you do this with the soil and don't do this. And
do this now.
Yeah, and seed these seeds now. And it's like, wait, you can't say that to everyone's different, living in different climates. It depends on where you're living in the world. You can't say start these seeds now.
So my sister here has been teaching gardening and we put it into a system and we call it the soil first system because it's
all about the soil.
It's all about the soil.
Yeah.
But it's also a system in a sequence, so it's easy to follow.
Yeah.
And it's the only information that you need to do this. You don't need to know more than this to grow your own food.
Yeah, I call it on a need-to-know basis.
Yeah.
I had courses in Sweden before I moved here to Mallorca, Spain. And what I realized quickly and what I kept doing with my courses is perfecting them to make it just clear, even more simpler, and make sure not to overwhelm people. And I had just courses during the spring, and by the summer, the people who took my course had their garden up and running, and they knew the basics. You'll learn more things as you go along. I'm constantly learning more things, and I've been gardening for 25 years.
Yeah. So, and why are we doing this? I mean, the reason why I want to do this, not only being a gardener and having the knowledge to do that, but also to eating healthier and getting the vitamins and minerals that my body needs.
Yeah, and we do have a video up about why growing your own organic food is the future and about the hidden toxins in our food right now. And
it's here behind us on the screen, that video. I just wanted to say, you're eating petroleum. You're eating really
industrial waste products.
I mean, it's really crazy when you start looking into this. I mean, so that video is behind us right now, and you can check that video out, and that might inspire you to start growing a little bit. And we don't need to grow everything at once.
No, don't overwhelm yourself. But another thing that I've realized too is we're all like exhausted and sick all the time. We're not supposed to live like that.
We're not supposed to feel like that.
The thing is, what I tell you, keep telling the people who take my courses and follow me on this channel is the plants need the same minerals as we do. So if we give the plants minerals and we eat organic from our gardens, we get the nutrients we need. You don't get sick and you don't feel exhausted. You get your energy back.
Yeah, and that's another thing. We don't want you to see this as, oh my God, I have this huge project. I got to grow my own food this summer. No, we've actually made a video and it's now behind our screen and it's called the 8 easiest vegetables to grow. So you can just choose a couple of those. You can just grow lettuce and herbs to start out with.
One tomato.
Yeah, maybe. Don't overwhelm yourselves, please.
So we have also gotten to borrow a beautiful piece of land here in Mallorca to grow all our food on. It's a good friend of ours and he wants to also learn how to grow food. So we're going to be up on his land, and it's in the mountains, in the Tramontana Mountains here.
Yeah.
And it's a beautiful piece of land. And I know he's started a couple of beds, but I'm not going to grow huge amounts of foods and overwhelm myself either this spring.
No, I don't want to be in the garden all summer sweating my butt off.
We're going to be at the beach.
No, we're going to be at the beach. Yeah, exactly. So that's why we have a video also, which is now behind our screen. I'm just keeping this in the logical order that my sister is not so good at.
I'm not so logical.
No, and this is the soil first system. And it is a system that the garden takes care of itself because you're doing the right soil. And you're doing biodiversity.
Well, I can say that better.
You talk about this part.
So when we talk about the system,
soil first system.
The soil first system, it's the most important thing is the soil. A soil is an ecosystem in your backyard. There are microbes. There's a whole internet underneath the ground where it's a living system, and you want your garden to be an ecosystem so it takes care of itself so you don't have to do all the work. And plus, we want to attract pollinators to our garden to pollinate our vegetables. And we also want to plant certain things in our garden to deter pests.
And we're going to use things like regenerative agriculture and biodiversity and also companion planting, but that's not like rocket science.
No.
We're just going to do a little of it,
Yeah.
so you can see how it goes and how that works,
Yeah.
because it will do a lot of the work in the garden for you, and you don't want to be out in the garden sweating your butt off this.
Yeah. What's most important is the soil in your garden. And that's something that you build over time. And we've made a video about that too.
Yes.
Which you can see on the screen here behind us.
It's a soil first method.
Yes.
Yeah, this is I mentioned earlier.
Okay.
It's coming on the screen again. Then.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. But what I want to say is it's really important to have a good foundation. And a good foundation is soil first, and then it's high quality seeds. You cannot go buy seeds at the dollar store. And we made a video about that too.
And it's the one now behind on your screen. Okay. So now all these videos, I put them in a playlist on YouTube, which I'm getting the hang of this.
She's organizing.
I'm very organized. And they're in this playlist in a sequence on YouTube, and they take 1 hour and 16 minutes to watch all
She's
together.
calculated that one.
Yeah, I've calculated that. Because you know what? It's not like fun to watch gardening videos like it is to watch a movie or a series, or Mr. Beast even. He's a really fun guy. He's the YouTube #1 person. Okay, his videos are amazing. This is not the same thing. These are like kind of educational videos. We have 2 videos that we think are a little long. We're going to make it much shorter and much sweeter. We don't want to do this boring videos all the time. We want to try to make it fun and easy.
Yes, and so what we've put together so far is we have 7 videos, and they're 1 hour and 16 minutes to watch. But if you watch them, you'll get the whole foundation, because what we're going to start doing soon is we're going to go out to the garden, and we're going to start planting our garden and mixing soil.
We're going to do a soil test.
Yeah, and we've given you the foundation, and you know, I don't have time to look at like videos for 10 hours. People don't have time on their hands to do this. We realize that. So we want you to, like, in 1 hour, 15 minutes, get up to par and you're ready to go. We've got a supply list on there, which brings us to another video about what the supplies you're going to need.
It's behind us right now. Okay. And then we want to say to you, we're like, when you see this, you're going to be like, well, we hope that you're going to say, aha, I get it. Okay, gardening isn't like hours and hours of work every day. No. If when you see how we've put this together, and what we've taken all our knowledge and made it very simple, and it works in any climate, you're going to be like, wow, okay. And we have a friend here. His name is Bonsai.
This is our dog Bonsai. He wants to be on camera.
You know, he is a really good little boy, and we've also made a fun video for you about what vegetables you can grow in your garden for your dog. See, we mentioned that now, Bonsai. Okay, you happy? So he's part of this too, because we think the dogs, I mean, I'm a dog owner.
I love animals, you know.
We want to do this for our furry friends too, so we're trying to incorporate that a little bit here.
Yeah.
Because he loves being out in the garden. He loves cucumbers, he loves carrots.
Yeah.
He's a good boy.
Yeah. So and then that brings us to another video that we did, and it's about when do you start your seeds. That's a very confusing part on YouTube. I understand that. We also made a video about, you know, that climate zones don't matter, and what you need to know is your first and last frost dates. And I have made a video, and you'll see it on the screen behind us right now, about how to get your own personalized seeding calendar together wherever you live in the world. And we also, in that video, included a free PDF. It's a seeding chart.
Yep.
And that works for anywhere in the world. And I've made it as clear and as simple as I possibly can. And I've taken out all the work for you. You can just look at that seeding chart and see when you need to seed your seeds.
Yeah.
So we've simplified that process for you too.
So we're trying to make this really, really easy, because I really, really believe, and Camilla believes here too, in growing your own food and taking responsibility. Like you said, the word.
Well, what I say to people who are starting their garden is, what's really empowering about having your own garden is you actually do become more self-reliant and self-sufficient for you and your family. You eat healthier. You take responsibility for where your food comes from. And responsibility, if you break down that word, it's your ability to respond. Right now, we're facing so many things here on the planet, and anything can happen at any time. And I like to feel secure about where my food comes from. And I know that if anything big happens on the planet, then I have the ability to respond to that. And I can go out and get my own food from my own garden.
And that feels really comfortable to know that. I'm actually joined forces with my twin sister to make this easier and more comprehensible for people that are logic like me. But also she has an incredible knowledge about growing food in 4 different climate zones.
Yeah.
And we made it so easy. So we hope that you do follow us here in Mallorca and grow your own food wherever you are in the world. And please feel free to comment where you are. I mean, if you have any questions, we're going to answer your questions for you. We would love to get some kind of response from somebody out there in the world and saying that they think that we're actually doing something right here. Because we really believe in this.
Yeah.
We've sold everything. Check out our first video last year. We sold everything.
Yeah.
It's the future.
And we do believe it's the future of food. So we just want other people to be part of this new paradigm that is, I believe, happening on the planet right now, where people are taking more responsibility for themselves and growing their own food and being outside more and living closer to nature.
Feeling good.
Yeah, feeling good
healthy.
and feeling healthy and good and not tired and sick all the time.
So I hope you understand a little bit more about what we're doing, because I do believe we're doing something very unique here on YouTube.
Yeah.
And we hope that we're not too boring at times, because these are educational videos. Try to make it as fun as possible. And we're going to keep it short and sweet.
Yeah, and you know, I'm a gardener, and I find some gardening videos very boring, but you know, it's good to get through the planning your own seed calendar video, get that done. I know that's a little boring to some people, but that's okay, you know. Just try to get through some of the boring parts, because it really isn't that much, we don't think.
So we're not gonna make this video any longer. We're gonna make these videos short and sweet, and we're gonna grow food from scratch here in Mallorca, and you're so welcome to follow us along and comment and like and subscribe and do whatever you feel is in your heart's desire.
Yeah, follow your heart, and
let's grow some food together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See you next time.
See you next time.
Thanks for watching.
Thanks so much for watching.